What's up, Saints and Eights? Welcome back to another episode of Music and Makeup. This is a special segment I like to call Behind the Beat, where I sit down with artists who are making serious noise in their lanes. Today, we are talking to the one and only Myriam-Catharina, whose new single Guest has just dropped and has been bringing all the feels. We'll dig into her roots in Germany, her journey as an independent artist, and the story behind Guest and her creative process. Welcome to the podcast, Myriam-Catharina. Welcome to the podcast. You describe yourself as a self-taught artist. What did your practice routine look like when you first started learning music?
I'm listening to old tapes because I don't have a musical background. I'm not coming from a musical family or something like that. So I'm teaching myself just with old tapes like soul, jazz, like Ella Fitzgerald, Billie Holiday, Louis Armstrong. And sing along, sing after them and follow the melody. Yeah.
Okay. And growing up in Moors, is that how it's pronounced?
Yeah. Must.
Okay, Moors in Germany. What were some of the moments or places that made you fall in love with jazz and R&B?
Oh, to be honest, it's such a very small town, and there's not really much R&B or soul or jazz. So I got into the jazz or the hip hop scene or black music in general on MTV through the TV to the television because German culture or German music culture is very different.
And if you could sum up your voice for someone hearing you for the first time, how would you describe it?
I would let you know what the people tell me. I think that's better. So they say it's very charming, vintage, retro, but also contemporary. It is very soulful. It reminds them to a old bar, music bar.
Okay, like very vintage and classic feel. That's how I would describe it too. And you've cited artists such as Ella Fitzgerald and Amy Winehouse for your inspirations. How have they influenced your work?
Amy Winehouse feels very real and authentic, and Ella Fitzgerald too. And I like my music to be authentic or being an artist who is authentic. That's the important thing for me, that the people can feel what I do. And it feels on the way with Amy Winehouse and Ella Fitzgerald too. So they are amazing teachers for just doing real music.
Yeah, so you've moved between genres in your different releases. Was that a deliberate artistic plan, or was that something that just kind of evolved naturally?
Yeah, we just started 2 years ago, and the producer I'm working with, he is also doing it for the first time. So we are experiencing our journey together and just figure out what fits me. And I think like now the guest song is very, very much close to what I want to go. And for my next upcoming songs, like this is the kind of genre I think where I want to go with.
And as an independent artist in Germany, how did the local scene support or challenge your development like early on?
It's tough out here, I would say. It's very tough. There's not really a community, I would say, in that place where I am at. Like it's very different. It's very different here. The most connections I have is through the internet. So I'm showing up on the internet, and this is more where I connect with people, and I find the crowd who likes me than in Germany, to be honest. Like it's very tough because the German music scene is more like it's very like rock or heavy metal or singer-songwriter, like German music. The people here in Germany like German music. And I would say that's kind of music what I'm doing is like more kind of niche. It's really like for music lovers over here.
Which performance in your career stands out as like career changing or that really felt like magic, like one of your best memorable performances?
I also do jazz concerts, and my first jazz concert was very, very interesting and very magical. It felt so magical to me. I also performed at a festival this year in Düsseldorf. It's nearby another city, and it's called the Lovebird Festival. And this was very, very cool, very interesting. It was also magical for me, like this experience that they just asked me if I want to play there. So it was really cool.
Now, you've done features and remixes like with Damien and other collabs. What have you learned about collaboration that has really surprised you?
if I work with the different producers, they send me beats. So they already paint their picture. And for me, it's like I am painting a picture on their picture. So
Mhm,
if for me, it's like, okay, I have to adapt to their picture and
mhm.
make it work. So this is very interesting because and also challenging. And I think it's growing my craft because, you have to be aware of all the things, what's going on with the beat. And
Uh-huh.
yeah, I think that's very interesting for me.
I never looked at it like that picture being painted on top of a picture because the
Yeah.
soundscape, the beat is already there. And it's like you have to kind of add to it or, put your own thing on. That's a really good analogy.
Mhm.
Now, your new single Guest has like a very warm, retro chill vibe to it. What instruments or production choices were like a non negotiable for you when coming up with this song?
The bass line. Because at the beginning, the bass like was not on this way. At the first demos, it was like boring. Like the song was that it felt like something was really missing. And I've said to Valentine, to the producer, yo, we have to change that. Like we have to do something that it sounds unique and special. And then I
Uh-huh.
said, like, yo, you're a bass player, do your bass line. And then he came up with that bass line and I was happy. That changed the whole song.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
What did he bring that elevated the song? I see you said the bass line, but who was it that you worked with?
Yeah, it's Valentin Rodriguez Tevez. He
Okay.
came to Germany, I think, like 3 years ago. He moved from Argentina to Germany, and
Mhm.
we just met. And then he put some songs, and I asked him, like, "Yo, I mean, production," and he said, like, "Yes, okay, let's try it out." And since then, we are just trying.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's always the best. Like kind of like learning. Not necessarily learning together, but
yeah,
just like
kind of.
figuring it out together. Yeah, like just
Yeah,
and that's always the best. And two, it makes it a little easier because you'll have both have grace for each other because you're both
yeah.
figuring it out. So now,
Mhm.
is there a line or melody in Guess that you feel like is the emotional center of the track?
Like the chorus. I would say
The
it's
chorus.
the chorus. I like it very much. All over the chorus. I mean, I like the whole song to be honest, but the chorus like so groovy and
Mhm.
it sticks to your mind. So I think I like the chorus very very much. Yeah.
Production or arrangement ideas that you want to experiment with next?
Mm. I mean, yeah, I have a lot of on my mind, and I already wrote a lot of things. But I mean, it's a journey, and because we are just two persons who are working on this, it takes a bit time, and also experiencing all the sounds and playing the instruments in and everything. So it's really like it takes time to. So I cannot say, yeah, it's in this direction or in this direction. Yeah.
Your visuals, your cover art, and all of your looks have a very noir, vintage, glam type of look to them. How is like your storytelling go along with like your look?
It's just me. I don't know.
That's right.
It's like I'm not I don't made it up, like
Uh-huh.
it's just me. I'm dressing on this way. I say like I'm a bit old school or vintage. Yeah, like kind
Yeah.
of
So now,
too.
have you adapted any of your songs? I know you said that you play jazz festivals and you've done jazz shows. Have you adapted any of your songs for live settings? And what's the difference like between, in the studio versus having like playing with a live arrangement?
Yeah, when I do the jazz concerts, we are playing my songs more on a jazzy way, so it fits with the program, of course. In general, if we are playing my songs, I mean, I'm a live artist. I see myself as a live artist because it's very tough to find a tight band over here who can play this style of music. So I'm playing it most of the time just in a duo with a producer because he also like learn guitar, so we can play as a duo. So
Hmm.
yeah, most of the times we are the duo or I'm playing in a jazz style.
Okay. And as an independent artist, what has worked best for you to help like build listeners? And are there any strategies that you particularly like swear by or that work for you all the time?
I don't really have a strict strategy. I
Mhm.
just try. I am very new in this kind of business, and I mean, it's very, very tough. So I just try to apply it to different radio stations or newspapers or blogs or, yeah, whatever you can do, like just show up online so the people will recognize you in a way and just connect with people. That is very important. Connect with the people.
What would you say is like maybe the difference between like the American music scene versus the German music scene?
Oh, you are way more supportive, way more.
Okay.
I'm sorry to say that, but it's the truth. Like I feel more welcomed, like,
Uh-huh.
but it could be also because of my music, what I'm doing, that it's more, you
Like
know,
you said,
that,
niche.
yeah, and there's more connection to it maybe, but it really feels on this way that you are very open to me. I feel very appreciated. So it's the truth.
Now, are there any artists or collectives that you admire right now or that you'd love to collaborate with in the future?
Right now I am trying really to trying to focus on myself and
Mhm.
see where my where my art is going, and I'm working in the background on a lot of things. I mean, till now I only released singles, so I want to come up with maybe something else.
Do you see like a full length project in your future, or is that something that you're working towards?
The thing is, like, I don't want to talk too much about it because I mean
Got you.
it
Yeah.
always can
Right.
happen something. So I like to show up when I have something, when I'm ready with something.
There
But
you
I'm
go.
working. I'm working on something.
Okay, I gotcha. What gaps do you see in the European jazz R&B slash neo soul scene that you'd like to help fill as an artist?
I think that if we would support each other way more, that would open way more doors for every artist over here in Germany. I think that would be the first step to just build a way more stronger community and give the artist a way more better chance to get seen also.
So that goes into my next question. If a young singer from Morris called you tomorrow asking for one piece of career advice, what would it be?
If you really wanna do it, try it. Like, don't think about the failures or whatever, because I was also by my own and I just started and it was just on my mind, and
Mhm.
here's not really something. So I really try to research on the internet and everything. So just try it. And on your way, people will find you and like what you are doing. So it's like kind of magic. They are just crossing your way and will help you out. And now I'm here.
Yeah, that's right. How can fans find you on social media to support your next endeavor?
With my name, under my name, like
Okay.
Myriam-Catharina
Okay.
everywhere. Yeah.
Well, I wanted to thank you so much for coming on the podcast and talking with me. To my audience, make sure that you all go out and check out Myriam-Catharina's work. Again, I thank you so much for coming on the podcast and sharing your story and your journey with music. I hope to get to see you live one day. I love a good live performance.
Yay.
So, yes, I'd love to catch you live, and I do look forward to what's coming from you next. Saints, don't forget to like and subscribe for more conversations like these. Till next time, Saints and Eights, love you. Bye.